Hey everyone, today's video is going to be showcasing my complete heads-up display and user interface overhaul for Skyrim. Your UI is something you interact with the most when playing the game, so it's important to get things right in a way that suits you best. Installing these mods can also be a little tricky, so at the end of the video I will go over my personal load order for all of these mods. First and foremost is the main overhaul mod called Nordic UI, including the Sovngarde font. These mods are going to aesthetically change all the different UI components while still maintaining the art style of the game, as well as being relatively simple and not clogging up your heads-up display with unnecessary icons or effects. When installing Nordic UI, you will come across a foam mod with a list of different options. Make sure to select everything except for QuickLoot and the TDM option. This will ensure everything is changed, including, but not limited to, all the menus, your compass, the tween menu, and the awesome 3D skills menu. Nordic UI also requires a mod called SkyHUD, which comes with a configurable text file found in the Nordic UI mod folder. This file can be adjusted to alter the size of certain HUD components or move others around. For this video, I am just using the default settings, but you are welcome to play around with these values as you wish. Another main mod for this overhaul is called TrueHUD, which will overhaul your heads-up display by adding many new features, including actor info bars that show the name and resources of your enemies or current target, boss bars which provide a much larger bar on your screen, and a player widget which will replace the vanilla resource bar with a more modern variant. Now you also have the option to disable the player widget and just use the vanilla bars, which I prefer, but either option is fine, it's totally up to you. If you do decide to use the player widget, make sure in the MCM you force disable vanilla bars or you might see a double up. Speaking of the MCM, it also provides a huge selection of settings you can configure to your liking, and one setting I recommend enabling is the phantom bars, so you can visually see how much damage output you are doing for each hit. Now TrueHUD is made in the vanilla style, so you will also need the Nordic-ish TrueHUD preset to provide a similar aesthetic as Nordic UI to the new features introduced with TrueHUD. I also recommend picking up the optional Bandit Style mod, which will slightly adjust the color and a few other details for a better overall heads-up display. The other main UI mod for this overhaul is the classic SkyUI mod, which will completely overhaul your inventory and other menus to be more PC friendly. Originally, the Skyrim interface was built with controller users in mind, and as a result was fairly limited and lacked any detail. This mod fixes that by introducing an expanded menu display that is significantly easier and faster to use, as well as presenting a lot more information to the player. Even as a controller user myself, this menu setup is much better, and I would consider it an essential mod for any mod list, so comes very highly recommended. Moving on to the compass, there has been a fantastic mod released called Compass Navigation Overhaul. This mod will display the distance between you and any landmark centered on your compass. On top of that, when focused on a quest marker, the relevant quest objective will be displayed on screen, providing a quick and easy way to track any quest. Now this mod does replace your compass, so make sure to get the optional file as well to keep the Nordic theme. On top of that, you should also be picking up the Nordic UI Compass Markers Restored mod, which will restore the original Nordic UI compass locations and provide a foam mod with several customization options, including an option to change your crosshair to a simple dot, which I very much prefer. I also recommend getting the Nordic UI Markers mod, which will remake and fix the compass icons, as well as give you the option between the classic or the question mark for undiscovered locations on your map. Another fantastic mod, and one I consider a must-have, is called Better Third-Person Selection. In Skyrim, when playing in third person, interacting with or looting different objects requires pinpoint accuracy, which can be a little annoying and time consuming. But with this mod, your third-person interactions are made much easier, where instead of aiming directly at an object, you just have to aim in the general direction, a fantastic quality of life improvement to your game. Another great mod for looting is called QuickLoot EE, which provides a quick and easy looting interface when looking at a chest or other container. No longer do you have to endlessly interact with every small urn or body, you can just walk around and pick up what you want. Again, another great quality of life improvement for your Skyrim interface experience. In regards to the favorites menu, it has always been a little clunky, especially for controller users, so recently I have very much been enjoying the Wheeler mod, which introduces an equipment wheel, allowing you to quickly switch between items similar to your favorites menu. The wheels are completely customizable, where you can add as many wheels and as many slots to each wheel as you want. This allows you to create a separate wheel for all your weapons and spells, or have everything on one giant wheel. I found at the beginning this mod did have a small learning curve, but once I got used to it and it became part of my muscle memory, the wheel felt very natural and complemented Skyrim gameplay very well. Next is the mod called Skyrim Souls RE Updated, which will unpause the game even when entering any sort of menu, creating a seamless gameplay experience. It also makes the game a little harder, as you can no longer enter your inventory and spam health potions without any risk. The mod is fully customizable, so you can disable this feature for certain menus. For example, I have it set so the journal menu actually does pause my game in case I do need a little break. You can also make it so time only slows down when entering the menus instead of completely stopping, which I also recommend. All in all, this is a great mod that makes combat a little more dangerous and exciting. And lastly is the mod called MEMOSPORE UI Sound Effects, which will overhaul the sounds of your UI. Often a forgotten aspect, good sound design can totally engross you in the game, and this mod will do just that. Rather than talking about it, here is a short showcase. As you can hear, this mod is fantastic and really adds to the complete package of your Skyrim experience, a mod I highly recommend you check out. Overall, all of these mods together will completely change your Skyrim UI and heads-up display, combining some modern features and an aesthetically friendly design into a cohesive player experience. It's also important to get all of these mods installed in the correct order, so down below you will find a link to a Google document with my entire mod list, as well as another tab called UI and HUD Overhaul. In there will be my personal load order for these mods and all the requirements necessary, as well as some simple comments which you may find useful. I will probably start doing this for more overhaul videos, so if you find that useful, let me know. Otherwise, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you again next time. Take care and have fun.